Mo akasa mo de to say a special edition because of the vetting no a ekoso no ama dwumadi ni bi wo ho a na aye bibie wo ho kakra eno ntina ya fire na sa no all the same no I was here trans ni yedi nkomo afisem ya ewo krum ha and how things are moving tonight. You bedi nkomo bebre 21 minutes of 10 na ye trans and I say of 8 o'clock. Yedi nkomo and then some ha. Your first name wo Droma Solak Natural Clinic Edu Eba Center. Spanish garlic mixture and capsules assume X natural mineral water power specialist eba hospital. Mami Beatrice ekosio de ya wono no. Afei yam fast na bi yam Med Moses Clinic and Herbal Center. Afei Safari Valley Eco Resort and Mega Cash. The big cash ya mebemu wedi bi ene enumre. Nti yan trust ye na yan sase na just some of the issues aba ehia say yedi ho enkomo. Ena ede no so as usual said ye da bia no yeta ekono no. Ena so ye bekɔ no sara na mamentia lawyer pani lawyer Kojoga Adawudu ma mentia no papa opani waye adwuma obia enim no se ensem ahodo eba ye ono an edi atire NDC after election 2020 and some eba mu na doso papa na ba ko ha adwene se lawyer Kojoga Adawudu tumi to car efiri akosa hwi oso court oba na yaman 300 Ghana so fafa on van top petrol so on top petrol ma require sa waso se kumasi se hio but all the same no utumi ejina mu aye adwuma e ma ne ba bedru ba bia ensem no ekwa ekokodu ye lawyer Kojoga Adawudu trade amponyame onshira mensem ba you di machi from day one until that yi me a free prison and I cherish you say we nipa ya nyame enim wakoma mu wonshira na wonye wokese papa and me pese ye de enkomo no started from the Statecraft newspaper. The Statecraft newspaper. Now Statecraft newspaper at the ensembia ba ya e was say ye share na ye di ho enkomo. Now Law Society of Ghana congratulates Honorable Nelson Dafia Mekpo. It Law Society of Ghana are congratulating no. Anna Malik Basinteli takes over YA headquarters with 5K men on his first day as CEO. Malik Basinteli, enwa yehu enuoma ya waye YA, and I love you, bro. Trade amponyame wanya wakese. From day one, ya yeshia ye edi baby sin there. You are a blessing. May God Almighty see you through. Wama YA, enya krabehe under your watch. Wama emebuna wagana enye jidie wo mu say yenya Malik Basinteli as the CEO of YA no obodwuma odidwuma so e de boa ye em yetumi koye nim na eba ne sa no a eboa ema empagyae papa enso etumi e de ba Malik da bia me bom paye ma wo se twedi amponyame wonsira wo papa menua Erika Jane so ma hu say ye do akọ one of the position. Eric, you deserve. Nyame won shraw. Na wanya okese pa. Erika Jane. Wa bre bro. Na nyame nso aye ase ne ho ne munyam. May God Almighty bless you. Eric Jane. Dr. Liwiza Hanabisiu. Doc. Mado na ho te say ene abebom aba. Tibre na ba. And I cherish Dr. Liwiza Hanabisiu say she is the only women organizer Oma NDC eya kono. Dr. Liwiza Hanabisiu be obedru bia no we feel NDC presence because affinity so e kosi ne na ase every day na fade na ho fade e kire say Dr. Liwiza Hanabisiu a certain umbrella for the NDC. Tinya kasia pa ema NDC. Why a certain ambassadorial persona be bi obedru bia no wa exhibit NDC emobia ehu. It's Dr. Louisa Hanabisu. You deserve your new position. Emra, Miniaba, go. Ma go. Metia onumre. Matesa where de. Na ehode yese me tare hwani. Roughly from Monday going. Oh. Go. Baba ha ma wa hafunu. Intimetia wo. Twedi amponyame onhyirawo. Na wanya okese. Ma go. Udeserve papa. Na area ho nso de obi atia me na so panti. Go high kwan ho. Me meka no bebre na manfo ani amebrewo. Eto de yese de atie bia no. Ye be storm ho. Na ya ba be srawo. Wabra o office nyame onhyirawo na onye enuoma pa emfa emawo. No kwasem appointment no eguso ya ekoso. Na nipa no bebre anya bi anigye ewo ho. Nipa no bebre anya bi a anigye ewo mu pa. Ena bi mo nso eda so ete ho etwen omo ede ni nyina nso ebeba. Eti de ebeka no se abotre obi anka na koma ento ne yem sebe. Enye nipa nyina na ebekwa akotra offices. Bi mo nso ebe underground. Na wo mo nso aye adwuma de aboa ma party no etumi akoso. Mekai say last week or last 2 weeks menima di Jibril ehia ha na yedi nkomo na some okan ne say so be free headquarters na okokwanyi position a when the be party na adwuma it also be mo so wo ho na wo ye adwuma from the party headquarters and many age pa say ma di Jibril etumi de sasem no e de etudwa it obi anka na koma ento ne yam miniologas twedi amponyame nhirawo ene na nka wo say yesia big mike say wo twawa na enko true inti anytime be available be apese yeshia bia no na we ya sutre na yebema yeshia na yatras na yedi nkomo DVL yenim say obe lift no to a certain standard amatwedi amponyame nanumunyam akosoro na ene the statecraft newspaper makama lake de no Law Society of Ghana congratulates Dafia Mekpo. Now there is a certain story the front page of the Statecraft newspaper. Na me pese ya trase na ye di saa enkomo no. Na we aye prosifo na wo mo ekasa no. Na we say all eyes on COP Christian Teteyonu as officers push for new IGP. Eti we no aye ensemo a omode aba. Ana mama petition to remove EC chair Jane Mensah and also ewa and Zoom Lion honest 1 year workers for honesty and godliness. So and also ewa but let me focus on all eyes on COP Christian Teteyonu. All eyes on COP Christian Teteyonu as officers push for new IGP. Now let me read this. Was a survey done by the Statecraft newspaper revealed that many police officers within the Ghana Police Service are relying behind COP Christian Teteyonu, Deputy IGP in charge of operations, as their preferred candidate for the next Inspector General of Police, IGP. This comes call by senior police officers for President John Dramani Mahama to carefully consider international sentiment or internal sentiment before making the appointment. So this is what a process for some of the senior officers and the junior ranks in Inano as say, wamo COP Christian Teteyonu. Na mamini kai enemu ni sankomo we ansa na maba this issue na yatras ne yedi enkomo yi. No kwasem ene say a process for adwuma eye process adwuma no nanumonyam afa bi akofam na process adwuma no fa bi akofam a na enye nipa bi ase eye the only number 1 person na wano ene gina animu as the IGP no ena e wase ye hwe ne yie nipa bi abo IGP dampare omo abo ne kwadu womo de sama wodo bebre e de ato opani ne so ye wose obabonten na woba be yi ano na san sama wodo no a amafo eka se opani a ye fro no IGP dampare emeyi ano no besine IGP dampare ete ho yam peso be nsem na no because oni asem bia e wose woka mama yenti asem ne yi sabe mpediasa. I've already said say me okuman grade 1 for me ye prosini na se yeyi IGP dampare ena Oheneba Boamah Bennie yemi ntumi nkoye police IGP e ma ne nyeye na mom ye wakasa bia etaka ne kurom ha say police is your friend. Police is your friend. It is a police ya my friend there. Na bibi koso na senko ya e wasa me kasa e de fa ho. Ene ya number 1. Number 2. En command de toso bi enu biem ene say. Ye tax pay and say. Ye to a ye dede ye tax ye tua no. Eno ene ye dey provide everything for the police service. It is a procedure makuo no enko ya. Ebeye dan wotena bi so bi beto sha me so a betumi afra process for say momageme wa bra process adwuma na nkasa mu no emu anya nwoye Ghana for enuoma ekoso no se process adwuma mu emu nwoye a maya dan na matumi akofra process ni say beboa me wa bra me nso me nsem de no emu anwoye enu nti na wose ye tenase na yema process for sem ya ye kan eho hia yen na ye no say eye national dialogue no bia duna no tum no bia ka bi ne nyina ye toto adwene na ye wo ne say aprosifo su aprosifo ne nye enuoma nkoye eti ye baye ne there because say aprosifo ene dia ye da ye beda na ho say aprosifo ne dia ye timamufo no ye da ye beda na ho na say aprosifo ne anye a ye baye dan ne ya da na ho no kwasem ne say IGP dampare ekoso a certain nuisance me I will proceed adwuma ne mu na e wo say empanimfo etie ye ne na wo mu eyi opani no efri ho na mo ma ahoto eba the atie say me was some serious points bi a me baba bobo so kakra e de atere Ghana fo na Ghana ni bia hunu say se mbom na tie de a ene na wo se ye hwehwe IGP dampare ne nsem. In fact, yeto aba wieye ema nipakum bi kwaso atati man south. Owura John Dramani Mahama a oda Oheneba Boamah Bennie say Oheneba kotati man south kwana kokoye investigation efafa issue a ebaye no ho. The reason why you Mr. President I order me some in konkoye sa investigation no and say anyam na me ye prosipani enti anyam asane asem ye hwehwenim anasem koye hwehwemu na mom the reason why you order prosipani no say enuoma bi kona enkoye a e wo se prosi e do de ne nan esifom obi mo kro no aye ko prosi empo no se ye de asem to obi so a e wo se prosifo e na ye hwehwemu e de fa ensem no ho. But ensem biaba and a cameo you say no one is interested. I will urge Mura Muntaka MP Faswase, the new interior minister. Amani Yasua for you. Masra will say, and some amiable bosso and nano set up a committee to investigate Dampare. Please set up a committee to investigate Dampare because no man be a akoso. Ewa Dampare akate no kwasem anoshi. Mira, she sayanhwe ya. There will be a time a certain IGP beba will order the killing of the president and nothing will happen. Because some in previous you talk about Mr. President eto one me to one. Under the constitution no Mr. President ni me nyina yepe. Emra no ema na konye no man keten bi ho. No, we are all equal before the law. And until na mesra say, Mr. President, Mr. Minister, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, who is the head or the chairman of the Police Council. Mommy, I am appealing with you to look into this matter, because send the public, you know, any city system way, you know, ya heya edwoye ne kase bela. Mami number 1, IGP Dampare Nansei oko voter region. Na owura John Dramani Mahama eko voter region. Se no kwa akode da ase. Ekoda Ghana fo ase. Se omoto aba ema no. Na wo hye aseda no ase ade free fragmentem. The question na say IGP Dampare koye nuoma bi voter region. A process for wo hono e ka de ankabi mu kura je adwuma no. Tama Dampare oba be voter region no. Seven previous your president answering preko panko voter region. Wabra one security agencies, the minister and inkomo. Madam Pare epeja ne ho eko fragmentem. Okoye kokodru ye no. Enu ma okoye ye no say. Na voter region a process for enim say. Mr. President ebeba ho. Yeti ya was some of the areas in Libya. Omototo pempim ye friend barrier. Said ye be ye ni paboni ni bi be wura kuro no mu a. Won betumi abon search. No more will say nipa no de dey and the ba kuro no mu. Esan se omampani eba. The question say, Dampare koye no. The atete ye no say. Some of the barriers of quarter press for bi wo no. Bi wo ha e ho no a we interdict wo mo. Minim the reason why tia Dampare mpese a press for e be protect yakwan bi. Ni o highway patrol team. Na me kai se ebre bi na me kokoma ase. Na ne ma brentmentumi an rival man fa kanko. Etime fa VIP ni bi. Ya koya ya tra asubay kakra. And who say police patrol be highway patrol for ejina ho. Very huge men. No almost so pa TikTok. And I almost stop VIP no. Na obia usia na ya boss search. Ni atre ebi ya bag wem se obi am bag sesora. Almost yibra. Na abi se de na she bag ni mu na wa kire ni ya bo bag ni mu search ni sama odi akwakosi ho. Enti one guy ba kono oti akire. So all banwa ya born search no ano. Ade hu se wi ese ne botom. Eti ya bi sa me bag yo kofa bag ne ba na etuo mienu ese ne bag ni mu. So ye bi sa se ode ko hin no. Wantumi anya nyanu bia papa bi amfama. Eti na wo so omode ne ko. Ida se na ye tip off. And obi ma ye. Anasa na ye de ne yanim. But ema me respect say highway patrol team no mo ya dwuma pa de boa. Yanya ye tu akwan ana ye tu kwan efa highway so. Dampare eba ye for almost 3.5 years ni no. Highway patrol any hobby. Highway patrol any hobby. Etiana sauti ka mu no bi yitu a eno an se wa display. Wa ruabu mu wajam hoko. No kwasam ne se ye wonu ma hodo bi ho na asisi a say amani senti no when you go to VIP a wo move bi o mu press ni a wateka ni mu because want to be funny panu kwa and twasan ye mu. It is some of the stations no to say metro oi ade na sefo no omunye move car de pe or so many police ni etenam because highway patrol no a na ye adwuma wa kwan so no Dampare ye afiri ho se ne ntio eni hobiem dabi amekase wuta okodua no ayi ni America ade ba akopɛ ɛna Dampare ye ya oba ya wo ye ya ɛno no de dabi ameka ho asɛm se sa baby a prophet Adum Chedua wa ye na sɔre no na ye wo barrier bi wo ho wo ye hwan ye bɛma wagina we betumi ye di 1 hour ewom ehɔ de yi wom firi hɔ mani gye but you wonu mani bu ha wontumi mani nye routine say a child this is what I want to do no not at all look me were about 7 or 8 points yeah be gyina so na IGP dampare ko voter region no okokoda chief superintendent Sylvester Asare efie ewanum boso ana okọ voter region wa beda okọ voter region wa beda what you were doing was not your job. When were regional commanders were etu kwaya di voter region dampare e person we di president Mahamati na president Mahamati who say oye adwuma said ya ya papa no be na kwanya say ko na kokoya another IGP biem wa bla president Mahamati wa adwuma wa mo adwuma say owu na koso e wa 30 man south no kwanya hwehwemu bra one just adwuma na to e na odi president Mahamati and one in a himfo so and one in a comfort so and one in a malam ho and one in a mimam mo one in a central for her a pom with tell say woman can be mano na yamani IGP na dampari mi bisa semwe we ya ni yanka wani munti and ya na usure ya were about 8 points and no na dampare surontia on pese obeye no number 1 bibisa say dampare officers of university na mo so bi ASP and na asefo no the question na bibisa no say mo fa mo a mo gesen because the amekete no kire say ya give me 60,000 and send when ya kwanya e wo prosi adwuma ne mu ya give me 60,000 ya give me 50,000 ama de ametete kire say bi mu ho manya the full amount and after some pass it out no every month bia no ya deduct 5,000 from it you me di kokotu yo mka ye do manim ya no understand amene and the prosi adwuma no woni sika untumi nkobi baby dampare and reduce prosi adwuma no akwakoduro no and woni sika untumi ni prosi man ye but they are very bad precedents I am telling you and what some me yakano obi am person obeka sasem we and ye to one ye nyina ye di and hwete yes some no under the watch of dampare enu ma bi yakoso na Ghana funti the reason why ya IGP dampare mpese obefi ho no namu a wo lobby say obey IGP no and you know metumi aka say if dampare is not the first 1 year second or third he is the longest serving IGP dampare and 3 years and the busumi num ko busumi nsia 3.5 years. Yeah, what serve? Now, Mama Yansha Sadia way number 1. The reason why your IGP dam Paris MPC, the reason why your IGP dam Paris MPC, Obeja Prosia Jumana to, I'm Obia IGP no. Number 1. And I say, Omuwe Fesikano, Asa. Now, IGP dam Paris him say, say obeye say ye yini free ho no bi ba ye be hwehwe welfare fo sika ne mu bibi say IGP dampare say welfare sika no e wo ho a woni a prosifo no organize nhia wo mo woni wo mo hia na ka kire mo so mo sika sai na da ho omo welfare money no sai NSC wo akasen sign yedie and number 1. Number 2, misappropriation of United Nations dollar account. United Nations our dollar account to be omu tue sika de gum de ma Ghana approach for Mumisa IGP dam parise. Sesia yene mo kase. Sikase ne dem. Mumi yemisano. Se sikase ena edem. Number 3. Unaccountable funds allocated by the previous government for Wasa. President Akufo-Addo etwa sika bia na waso mo de celebrate Wasa every year eba. Mumi said am parise. Oba ye 3.5 years ni yen celebrate Wasa. Wasa no so no se yanya e wasi ye chesika no e di go prosifo no so. More than 3 years ni yen celebrate Wasa. Prosi ni bia so enya dam of the Wasa money. So where is the money meant for Wasa? Mumi sano. Mumi said am parise. Ade no kofa school for ba prosifo atraye. No abanu aduane amomadi. But the prosifo na eye adwuma no. What refuse to so be momaduane adi. Mumi sano. Look, many anam Ghana for. Se mama ya hwe ya. Dan pare be ma sema to prosi adwuma no. The next one. The next one na ewo ho. Aya 3 helicopters bia dan pare kotoye. 3 helicopters. You so akoto be prosi adwuma no. Mumi se dan pare se helicopter no to ba ko bia sign. What was the procurement process? And you na call so san ye to helicopter no. Omra bonte me ka che Ghana fo. Because helicopter no akotoye no, enye usika eye Ghana fo sika, eye tax ene ye de toye. So helicopter no motor no sen. And also e ho asem e maaye. The next one. Eye extrajudicial killings. Sa extrajudicial killing way and no ni about tiano ma mini type no etre mo no. Ya ne mam ya nu dada jo ni ya. Ya bom tuo tai. Community persisting that day. Community persisting. Sadanwa. Mimi sadam parise. Anyanyam bia kwatu bia ma ne order say otumi community post suspect so be am robber sana. That's the reason why we call them suspect. That the John ni nua no mo kwa ye no mo gina ho no mo nkura tuo no mo nkura sekai enti ada no mo ye bone amanche won na wo bo mo tuo ko wo. Why? Ena wo bo nyame mpa ya no bo mpa ya ka che urade se urade ei Jimmy free dam parensem na wo so mu a obame ya ka se we am robber. That's one of the major problem ekoso ewo Ghana ha ye no so no e wo se ye hwe ni ye ne prosifo a ye ku wo mo under the watch of dampare. Mumi sa dampare se Pablo wen boys no o mo koye robbery billion van no. Mumi sa dampare se Pablo wen mumi sa dampare se boys no wen because a prosifo che wo and ye dan ye bom tuo ku wo mo. Who killed them? The amete tia say nipa yama obo tua no obo satuo no nipa wo sutu ye no owa. Dampare should come out and tell Ghanaians extrajudicial killing under the watch of Dampare. Under the Dampare somewhere ya yakai and yen kon yeka matino ha aka won some more than 1 year and it seems no one is interested. It was like the previous government was not interested. And the same thing is happening at this time. Me say, Monsieur Shadam Parimu. Ya kutima mufuado do. Obi dani dam kwansa. Ya yini pia ya tai. Na buntia kuno. Monko bi se ginapo any politics sika. Ya yimrantie no pia ye time ni akuo mo bi mo da so fridge mu. What the hell is going on? And no one adai ade na koso extrajudicial killing and the dampari is too much. And nothing. What's your thing? Adia chatting. Adia chatting. Adia chatting. What should show me panu who no ko bisa dampari. Ebi ani ekuna sie no. The next one. Aye recruitment scandals. And na yate kurom hey. So we wadwen say wo pe proceed di ana wo yodefo. Before so betimi yadi proceed no. Na wo yesikani. Ebra bi yetwa mu. Ye hwehwe memma akuku dam. Atenten gram so kuman gram. Ye to ane ya beche yen ya fo proceed. Sabre kwa no bi kram pese obeko proceed. Ye chew. Tu beko tongo ya bia na ni ase ya. O ka hwe on tiase. You tiase ni do before complain. And no. Sabre ni yeso mo ntebrofo nso still wo mo di proceed adwuma no ma ne yakono. Ene ko first cabra 10,000 20,000. Me said there was a time. Mama me kasem chiro. There was a time. Oko Hong Kong. We do Hong Kong theater na chiwa. Hotel bi wo ho. Abrantie bi jira wo twam anu afro hey bra. Obeko police ana. O ka say ane us ko first cabra 15,000. What? Enuoma koso okroma. Asama make mo kway investigation. And sama koso okroma. Se da bia me ka se ye de da fam ho. E fam wo fo no ne yen. Eti ye de koso bia ne yete ye hunu. Mo ma ne nkoye se dampare no aye nyame bia ye tin God bi organ process adwuma no. Ya nya hwi. The next one. Aye unconstitutional setting up of TV station. National Media Commission eka ho asem. Dampare entie or set up TV station. Mama yemisa dampare se. TV station no a obi ye no. Apart from wo mo dan bi na si wo no mo so wo di prosi fo atade akogum. Any prosi mpaboa. Yo mo bo no da wuro se opebi ato abra ho no. Enya ka na obo prosi adwuma no ana. Dampare meka advert e bo no wo so. Ye maiska. Ye to so biem. Dampare meka awareness of the TV station no e de kriti. Can dampare tegani ye say was setting up that TV station no amawruka sama koso a ana eto atwa. When pa woye educated program e wo so. The only person ya mahunu wo so ene atobra. Atobra MTTD. But atobra say IGP dampare trokata de bre SYZ broadcaster say ya pese create awareness ma Ghana fo nyina ete eti ya per time airtime ya be ma atobra aba betra so no aba betra de a SYZ broadcaster ka be man time e ho ntia se obe set up a TV station mumi sadam pare finally and say there were a lot of procurement scandals akoso a lot of procurement scandals akoso na sansama hodwo no a akoni nyina no eno ne pese dam parity ase say we are sick and tired of him when you proceed adwuma ne to oton no bi so fa ne nim de maboa bi wo ba ye no pentim enya prosi o manfo nya mpaboa anhye kwa prosi fo abrabo kwa hom wefe kwa ho prosi fo wefe etobra bi na usia prosi ni bi wo kwan ho na wonim no a na wo wira ho and Dampare is gradually reducing the police service to prison service. Prison service, they are prisoners themselves, Prison officers, no, they are prisoners themselves. Prison service. Prison officers are prisoners more than the prisoners. Na modi ya mohono mesane aba ho prison mesane aba. Wo leaders ada pafo na gu ho no a wo mutumi nya nsatraye ewo prison adwuma mu no na utumi ewura prison yard mu. Na prison officer epeso gu nsu a di woko inmate for them. No wakɔ pachew. Ni yamani baby. No wakɔ kogya ne nan. Ana yamani baby. No wakɔ kodwonso. Anya sajese officer edi mirika. Efi prison yadim epia bonten. What sort of stupidity is that? Etimi tumi sisi gaye. Ewa insider officers into a prison officer wa yo ba. Na adeɛ na pressing we inside. Na wo duty ɛwɔ emema ne yadim. Na wo se officer ɔbaa no ɔkɔpa kyɛw. Na prisoners no emema ne ma officer ɔbaa ne baby. Na wakoya ne wuya na wakodwonso. Oh my God. Na kyesa mo dia mo mpanimfo no nyansa mo nhua bi da wo ho. More reduce the officers to prisoners. Share. No. Na mote ho. Na masasi ya da ho. Na prison ni yeton. Your body don't come me. Na makama notum. Modie meba mo le ni mu ho. Modie nyansa no mo nhua bi okrom ha no. Prison officers de o masem mo bokrata wo bia. Konsa me kwa mkonya danfo bi wo officer ye frɛ na abe menim sɛ abe da so te ase de ya ene ye nam ntia abe mame wo se abe be wudie ene ye kokowu because abe de obenya petition wom abe de obenya kokunu ni domu koko de no ani milono a oh officer abe oti ase a metia wa nwumre yi. The reason why I make us a better because said you na besi Bruno. Be free inside one me ben no. Na me bom pa ye ma besi Yankopon fa ben kwante no. Abetwa bi chen wo bia. Whoa. You very bad. Mama yansesa. Na se no ma na ekoso no emoa. Afi ma me mra de obokrata no. Na sem na wo de atu dwa. Ede fa owura Christian tete Yehono eho. Why me COP Christian tete Yehono? Openi no mate nka bebre batiminim no. Mate COP Christian tete Yehono nka. Na menini hia anim ni anim ana menino enya anyonkofa ano ne ano. But krata no aka sembi. Yeah, I was say here. Near digest the issue. Huh? And come on, what on say? Number 1. COP Christian Tete Honu. Aya openibia. According to Kratano eba abonteno. Beba. But according to the new statecraft, no, COP Christian Tete Honu, Anna Oye, the deputy IGP in charge of operations. Namunti. When him say procedure Germany inano, operations. Na time wa dampare. Asasi asa wa wo so ne hudi ne bone no. Na do dan kwa kufu ade pese ye pam no COP George Alex Mensah. I respect COP George Alex Mensah 1,000 times than Dampare. Why? Because COP George Alex Mensah and we are seeing who say or not dear where your NPP ni. Mumi sa Dampare say where you ni. When young people ni anaso NDC ni. Because there is no way. Ya na nadu na nkwa Akufo-Addo be appoint obi a wo NDC ni so ma na IGP. Because adiye be see na me be prove to you say anytime na nadu be wo so be NDC ni no man position. Mo ya de we. Na nadu na nkwa Akufo-Addo hu say dan pare boni na duranim akosoro dodo. Wonu Akufo-Addo na kasa kra no mfamra nya adwuma no. Whatever dan pare aye no ne yam hye no. Eto ye na je say so nya a new IGP. But not dan pare so be nya public sympathy me because of the course and the parliament no. E ma ne be yes say pam dan pare fi ho a. E be no be yes say dan pare no because of say obewia abamu ediama yes NDC ninti ane yapam no enti ensese yamaneko eto ye ne say dan pare ababa ye kotoku sa bobe wabaya kosia na ntatwene wo bomu ama mi bewu wo bomu a wo si bewu enti ba bi akokoduro no e wo se otase ne banyansafuom owura mu na no atosifo ne ka kire mampani Akufo-Addo say there is one man you very credible. Now when it comes to oppressions oni medjuma no wonu ne afra no COP Christian Tetehunu. So they should give him that position. And no na nado dan kwa Akufo-Addo appointed Christian Tetehunu say on the deputy IGP in charge of operations. Na dan pare enya administration adwuma. Enti indirectly no na yaje prosi adwuma no ahoden no e de ama eye COP Christian Tetehunu ya ene woye IGP Christian Tetehunu. Na assembly beto odwa no dan Paris ya owura Christian Tetehunu wantia no omu committee a wankasa no ho edini de kamba ye no you am discussing your police council no before say owura Christian Tetehunu bete no na dan pare na ya kadeda enti time wo mo bo owura Christian Tetehunu ama ne say adwuma wo beye ne no na was Minister of Interior then ekyere no ekwan a obafa so a wo de beye na adwuma asembisi sada na nyumre ana as usual papa dan pare a eba recording a wo bomoden papa wasuma Adam Bona ema ne ko wo wura Christian Tetehunu fie e was Spinters Adam Bona dru ha pe ena woni wo wura Christian Tetehunu ekodi nkomo na nkomo ni mu no Adam Bona koye as NDC ni Adam Bona eko ho se wo ye NDC ni ena woni owura Christian Tetehunu kodi nkomo as NDC for yatede say ye de deputy IGP in charge of operations edi abano na nkomodie ni mu no obeye na fam de bia to protect owura John Dramani Mahama said de beye a owura John Mahama ebetumi ababedi president na Ghana de ekoso a enkoyie no etumi abeye kama Ghana for asabasi ye no say immediately Adam Bona recordo owura Christian Tetehunu ewie ye no pe en was sorry ye en was chi ni mu aji me pacho ehini egu nsuo no ana papa ne kire no say eha Adam Bona na mini hobby ba metumi atia wo say na mo edan bi rooftop edan no ne top e rooftop e ho na mo wo wura fie ho no a abrosa ne to aso na pam and why you ho baby or receiving a guest e ho na mo koye Adam Bonatri ni mu open obi sa baby a yegu nsuo MSCOP Christian tete ho ni kire no wo kire no wi ya pen Adam Bona ebowura ho en wo sa twi ni mu na Adam Bona free baby okogu nsuo no so okogu nsuo so ye de enyo wo free ho a wo pie no na Adam Bona esre na wo tonyum no wo sre no wo tonyum now the next day Anna ebeto just say recording be apie na beto just say owura Christian tete yohonu eye NBC ni inside the recording enti sani ye beto odwa na waye na dwen so Boamah President Mahama ba power as the deputy IGP in charge of operation. Now they say you say Adam Bona record we no send the man IGP Dampare. And Dampare was so the man chairman of the police council Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. And Baumia forwarded the man and now Danko Kufuado. It was Saka, you know, and I'm catch Dampare say, well, yeah. Nuama Papa no operate as the deputy IGP in charge of operations. Enti Minister of Interior ya wono na wose no kire IGP Christian tete honu ne wanya no wan kire no am kire no officer ene said you obesia ye na dwuma fa obisa ne bia wose tomu ase etomo ma owura Christian tete honu anya adwuma Adams Bonano a wotumi ye assignment ni wie ye no kura pick up atie bi wo ba ya pe na champion man e kire no Range Rover latest one and what touch no si ji Range Rover we one mo madwuma ye soft amame why because Dampare mpese obi obewu prosifo sika said ye ko and said ye di no enti as I am speaking with you IGP Christian Omama na nyadwuma andananado Omama na nyadwuma ebedan so as deputy IGP keke yabatu aba no wamuti election security task force Dampare na dano wamusia ye meeting several times esia sentwerefo Dampare ama Christian tete honu ankotremu bi enu ti na prosifo no say Prosi adwuma no ayo operations. It is some probia obetumi aye adwuma ni ye dia. Ene no mo konkofa Christian tete honu. No me yo mo IGP. Wo mo nim say aka na fe baako na wokọ. No besiesie prosi adwuma no e ma ne ya kono hwia. O betumi akofa ni pamfo aba. Ama na ba be ye IGP. But for now dear, said we owura John Mahama aka ni 4 years. And so reset Ghana agenda no e kura no a one reset Ghana no a person for so say owura Christian tete ho no betumi de 1 year a reset Ghana person no eti yam fa say di brand ma no na Dampare de wo mo mpe no eno and the statecraft newspaper e de ba ye say a person for no say wo mo pe owura Christian tete ho no mo mo nsema no no kwase mame ko Ghana Police Services mame ko Ghana Prison Service mi wi a meba Ghana National Fire Service na afi no me de bekasa e de asi ena yame ya former deputy CEO Maslok Yewra Mustafa Oha Abubakar yene be di nkomo pa seriously Obanso na nkramufuo ni age this time round no ya mekire mu school seche e wozongo new programs beba e betumi aboa makomanim mu hie sika enye kose esan se wo soro ba de won prekese ho se de tie bia wo busua ne mu obeye bi na emum nyinche e no wohwehwe prison service ehia a complete resetting. I am a product of Nsawan prison. Na mahunwa mahunwa bebre ewo prison. No kwasam ne say. Me mama ba bia nko prison as prison officer. Me mama ba bia nye bi da. Maka to ho eye no me say me ba odu anu bebo so say obeko prison. O person ye prison officer. Eda wo be odu anu bebo so no dua bo be fa wo. Ma wo kura me free asamando aba be twe wako. Because in all the security agencies no baby a case se obeye any prison. He mama chama de kakra bi prisoners ahonya mobo se prison officers. Hello me say prisoners ahonya mobo se prison officers. Reason why ni se prison officer ho tono prisoner ho betono. Na prison officers no omasem o mobo kura chen prisoners no muni mo ho ba me start number 1 wudun se wo mo ayo barracks bi wo ho ye prison officers no e ma ne memma ni bi e wo ho twedi aponyame ye madomi ko prison no mi nyaage wo ho ya no ye officer. It one day enam tu me castle mam kwasra me ge because na do de me ko prison no konya prison officer no fe me ne me yire kura keka ote ase me wa naka no oba fe maka chen se adwuma no kura wonya adwuma fon ma ne nye biem na me kosra no the kwasam ne se me kwa ekokoduru ye no na ba bia officer eda no se yedema aponche ona ya bobo ne se student bed ena omu ye nipa 4 ene good dan no na wo mu da dan mu ye obi ani privacy officer oba wo wi aba ho en son kronsuo pa mi donyame e hono mda officer na officer na da ha u prisoner u benya baby pada me say officers no omusu ye prisoners o na the only ade kakra ho ne so mu de omutumi pie ba bonten no ano no hwe ura insider officer enyusu mobile phone se officer bedidia e comedy no no bedidia GOP ade ba ko a ehame ne se wo prison sa ya wasase yantam kakra kada ho na de etwa nsuru mu ne se anka yamobo officers ebeje omonan wo ha officers ebegu nsuo wo ha nanka se officer oba bi mpo putuprum na obune nsa wanya ba bia siesie ne ho ewo ho because am man kwa amen sabuo so de etumi ba at any point of time won fa bag nwram officer ebe nwram a wode nsapai ne nsadu na di wura yadim yes yam fatu nwram yeah well accepted yam fatu nwram because omom gu woni nim tuoto obedi utua obetumi aye aluta eto fatu nwram but anka small gadget bia ebetumi protect officer no inside the prison yard ne de anka wose ne nsaka nothing se officer begu nsia di okosire prisoner se officer ebe jonso se oyoba se oyebema ya dinimu wa emuso etie for se officer e wo condemn na woyoba na jonso aka no jiwa dimirika efri no hwa ebo main gate emba ya announcement ansa na wapia ansa na wakodwonso enkwasi asem we yaka na we ordinary toilet yentumi sibi ma officer enya ne nan enti there was a time na me the inside ho na officer bi baaye na wo baaye na onya na me Oheneba and I'm say yes and also me pato me pese me ba begu ensuo kakra wo mo ha and I'm so why not call I know what sembenete we officers themselves are prisoners. I am telling you. Aduma Fiumbani, Mr. President, with all due respect, revamp the prison office or the prison service for us. Eh? Hey, woko eya, woko insawoma. Besine, adaka noa, eshe edenyechi. No man ye gum ni apagya ko hwie guno eno bi no mu yesu no nsawom besine konsam ko ha baby officers ni bi da no ye de plywood na tete den plywood it is officer bi kunya ne ge wo ha wo se ha wote because e plywood kekenetim aden obi be som wo man no aden ni ama mu dan ketenkete no mu nsuo sisi abantan ade nkwase asam kra dia yentumi ayeswa prison service no mo na hu hia mo ma yenguno obi adiri bonu yonkon ba bi samo ha na se yentumi revamp the prison service na let's collapse it because their leaders no are selfish. Their leaders are selfish. What is this? Yentumi can't Mr. President say the prison service is collapsing. And you was here, so be a prison officer. Oh, Ghana. Maybe a tombe be cry and ambuafua. Samuel say to me, Yamumi Yamuno. When you go prison, no. Yatiri po hani at Nako Burkina Faso di Nakotu. About a son of Eboa. Afemambra Ghana National Fire Service. No question I'm going to say. There is this man. Yeah, your friend Dr. Gazi. He was the former chief fire officer. Now, Mr. President say, all the time in England, say, ye obi, ya wabeye, ebia chairman, ediama fire service board, no one. Aya ya takwa bonten, alaji sorogo ayebi. But eya ye takwa bonti koyi obi ne yedna ba be board member e wo fire service ho na nipa ne ba adwuma no wonte ase papa e mfie nan by the time e bi obeti adwuma na se ye obehu adwuma nani so no na bia na se nipa na ne tama so na okọ ye be srese this time round no samo probia fire service no omo board no obeda no yote wo musu ase enim no mamu you betumi ya represent ya ban no betumi ni aban na din kita ho a mesra mo samo hwe the kane chief fire officer no aya Dr. Gazi na eban sa no betumi aboa pa Mr. President we dey am humble appeal say enuoma bebre ekoso e wo fire service mu na fire service fo no e de won sem betu manim wo fie ha yanke wose me ka ho asem na me hwehwe mu no ano me nsako ka Dr. Gazi think and say he was still the chief fire officer now he has been here several times sir when you fan pa inti me get in touch and the way you was maming mu de fa adwuma no ho ene ekwanyo mbe faso a officers na ni beje no papa mesrew the former chief fire officer Dr. Gazi mama ye reconsider no as the board chairman na wamwa adwuma no because with the kind of nimdia ya wa akwai Wano is the only person in the service Queen Abana Baswaman Award. And what about international bodies no Odina Brane and Odum Jajumano I was see a project to a new level because ena omu kodumja we can't see him ni ayeni say no. I think say ye here will be obetumi aye adwuma ni yie di amaye wada roma papa Dr. Gezi the former chief fire officer let's consider him na mama yema na kwanya no na wonsom oman no na wamuama fire service no emfa ne tuma pa infra memmo alaji sorogo sombo se wanyade da he did his best wanyade under his watch obua papa but this time round no mama yewura fire service no mu ni empa mu omuti adwuma na se no na yen empaja won as a board chairman ni empusi no de betumi aboa ama adwuma no akoso ene eye benada ye ko solak natural clinic aba ye ba ye ne yewura Mustafa ebetrase ne yabonkomo ene it will be fire ya tweme be si ya ti nkomo no amene udi ne yie pa na se ne nsoma wate empanimfo se bambo atrema eye chen ayaresa bokiti na woni pa bia wote asase so a e was say we take you upon so serious and before enya because said you say wo ye no omode eye asa ene enwomanu bi ana hye yen enti ama ya pomden no yan take it serious see yanko hospital no because yen na no ne yesuro mpane ye wo ene said ye enwomate. In fact, let me tell you something. Yawo yadie bia etaha nipa seriously. Na yadie etaha nipa no. Baako eye kidney, baako eye liver. Na sɛdeɛ nyame bɔ nipa no, kidney nte sɛ ani, nte sɛ hwene, nte sɛ ano. Nte sɛ wonsa anawuti. Yehu na odi san woma no ade hinta nipadua no mu enti se bibi totema awu kidney ene wo liver ho a sensun sanso ni mpieye awu nipadua no ni a na before sensun sanso no so beba no na ade na say beyond repairs a wo ye ho hwe ya enyi na san woma no Minti, I'm a Dr. Penia. What does Solak Natural Clinic? No. What do you do? Aquacofen my papa, and the abase. I was set of beer kidney, and the liver, or any. That's so kidney, and the liver, obeying a year. I was set of Solak Natural Clinic. Now, Babaji upon the tea. Kidney aduro yenton was torn. Because we ba just say ye drufa test a hudrum ni check who say papa kidney ya wakan ampa asay ana eye kama ni liver asay ana eye kama no mo check san woman nyina ria ansana o mama hu aduro ama hu ato. Look, mami ni uni enkomo simple one way. Na shene nsoma me mesrew. Obi no bisase. Edian ema eye kidney. Wo kidney no. Ena esoni ensuo. Any liquid product. Ewura ni padua no no. Esone so. It one drink, one nsuo, one way no. Esone soa na eyi ne panama moja no na de enye no e de afadwo nsom na epie na tobra bi a obehu say when ni pani bi ha the kidney na damage to the stem say ade a wase eye ne Johnson eba no enye obehu say etani padua ne mu etu obehu say na furadoa ontumi nyonso ontumi nya ne ho hwe eti eba ne sana kokopie mu abi akolebu a yase dia de oto dialysis no adwuma eye ne say ye do koto afidi a eno na eba betwe Johnson no ensuo no a wonom ye tani padua ne mu no eno na eba betwe sanu mafin no a ewo ni padua ne mu na ni padua ne ho ato minia sa wo sa tebia ne mu a Brasolak Natural Clinic na be die pomden ebia wo de no adru critical point to say what dialysis so and dialysis wo da so a ba ko ye 499 em se bi crack a week wo betumi akọ 2 times and 3 times a week na sika do say na wo Brasolak Natural Clinic na wo de wo na waduro na check ni padua no wo de farse asay awi na be check we obi wo ha wo be say wo ye adwuma kakra bi no wabre enye yade nyina ananya kidney ni nyina na liver ni nyina na be kase wabre tie ni ye but bi wo ha wo ye adwuma kakra no wabre wo nante ehatu ha frequently say etwaso a check your kidney and the liver dia toso obi wo ha enye se bi eno na asai ne na but oda na jo ntumi na wotene ho kotwe atwiram no wato ne ho atwere atwiram no wato ne ho akotwere ha no wato ne ho atwere ha ntumi na se wo sa tebia no na sa problem ne bia go to Solak Natural Clinic na ko check munya Solak Natural Clinic enro nyina ye natural yamframu ebibiduro die mu ene ya je de na ye nananom ne ya na ye kidney ni liver yade no enu bi wo say amanfo sha da shase say yen shedan kekan sembi ya ye de begu ya haba nuru anim ase ito mo shase say oh yen ka say o kidney ese ya e kire se wanu mabibiduro but there is no scientific proof yet say obinuma bibiduro and say the kidney rather a ya brofuduro and say kidney what e say obi ha obi say ne honam kano na hakeka no na hanekeka no na ne ho keka no pepe na woti na wodwi na woti na wodwi chakere wotiti no ho ma ho yet say mamu ya woda ho yi wo obi ha osori anopa obo nse nanim hohono edi asemos minimo obo nse no na ase atatai ni nana ise jepim no wo de nse mia na atom minia se wonai etesei ana o this problem wa ko Solak Natural Clinic obi ha no muscles no emoja na boba papo didem check we woni podi ha ontumi home ontumi nye bi breathing out ontumi nye na home na yesini mumia o sa tebia ne bia check wo kidney ne wo liver nanuma tu ontumi ne di enye se wate ba omiya ho asem bi na nanuma to ende ye me dey example medro no mato wate enye se bi ya wate abofo sem bi na mu da bia nanuma to bia na nye ne de enye se wodi agya obi bi da bia nanuma ye ne basa oda roma check wo kidney ene wo liver hwe obi ha wo humi guru so a sente be pie firi maba no wotu bi sa se na we firi ni padua mu na pie kan nkranfo se kankan mole wadaroma chekwe obi wo ha wo Johnson wo bi unse Johnson asa huro bebre tani mu chakaso yesi nuoma wo ne yam en wo Johnson asa jama yesi nuoma wo ne yam ahuro ta ne yam etani pop chekwe obi so ha wa Johnson wi no eni aye brown bi red bi kokko bi ase wo Johnson moja bi nuoma bi basa bi nwura bi eni nuoma wadaroma check eno so he ena obi wo ha kakra no waye boho waye dizu philip dis kakra no wabre mini ya se wo sat bia no bi ana wo sa problem no bi a check kidney ba bi a ye check eye Solak Natural Clinic was a quality first ko check bowla ho na kwaji wapode emfa no mani agro memfa no mani agro na me do me pese o transiche da bia no asema me ka che me se Dr. Solomon wono na ye doctor na wakasa wachechire duro no mu ammatie no ya de no doctor kasa fast dodo ana me se doctor oboase eba Gumbe ane battleground ya the programs de amia be chechire mu se de be ya Ghana for bete wase because kidney ne liver no e kumni padodo minia number ni 0553 93 2631 0553 93 2631 memma kidney ni liver nku number no ene egu screen ase ho no free na only doctor penini nkomo na kese de ofili enye kidney ni liver nko an wasa da bi obi awo ehun aye ne den obi a white atena na so gono atena na so low sperm count atena na so obi a sciatica ni sisi na ponum na poso ni kotodwe na tibramo kase obi a ni BP ewo soro opese bafom onro pa na emema no mu nyina soro masa emema no a mu nyina soro onu na duro na ne ye de 3 points na enya nkwale nduro ntina ehiafo no yase ye atwe ho masa Dr. Solomon dura ode mama ye mema no anopa odi tweti utumi de pan okra bot I am telling you etu ye bema na wonye bema ko obi a woni soyin wusi diabetes hepatitis menstrual pains menstrual disorders obi a cholesterol dose won nipadiem obi a prostate cancer obi a wawodie yesi wa ya abortion pain ntuntumi ngo ni nyina no fabra Dr. Solomon ho e wo Solak Natural Clinic na won sawo yade manage emra o kokomlemle obe Harvard Senior High School the number ni biem ma me monchew because enyo mo a omuhu ade enko a na ATM number ni 0553 93 2631 0553 93 2631 Francesia na woni ni nkomo na doctor de o wadaje ebe pick your call and wa bon komo Solak Natural Clinic was a quality first.
Hey, why fish? Sama you know it. And many who say I can was who cast up a packet see no baha, none in Nasa Tataya, or Casano didn't Sakatana. But we didn't say Sapapa.
Matida Mokanina, Spanish garlic mixture, and then a capsule Sadaroma, and I'm a pomodressa.
Wow, why a nice Sankasa, Spanish garlic mixture, and then a capsule. And Yama, why you come apart.
A woman bought your dear for Sunday with the Pedrianum. Now a boss is a bro, I want to chew hypertension, a tick or restoration, will be a charge of 10 temper. Gas with yam, a macra, a mania mumma, future crumina, a torch, will walk to water a vein, a friend and Hoyan.
Anti as Spanish jinko capsules. sana.
Panis Jinpo, and with the Yanura, watch your free, Jinpo Biloba, and soya oil moon, and my watch you must daho.
Martin says, say, anti-aging and a good retentive memory.
Na yet on hine.
Antec Herbal Center for, and then pharmacies can make herbal shops, and run some for 0266 11 41 11. A painful about more money for them, Quada with the infusion and come. FDA, Aji, a gradient cratui atom.
See ya for no don't show. Let me say baby, I take a power baby. You trip me on the yard, you have to. You sour baby.
I'm off it. When I am moving, I am more combo.
Give me more, oh yeah. Be ready.
In the pembe come on abu. I am the day.
Be ready.
I'm off it. Aha.
Be ready.
Mama.
Be ready.
Losing the red bitters.
Losing the red bitters. And then one son.
Losing the red bitters. Don't ship my name.
Hey, losing the red bitters.
Cheers to losing the red bitters. Spain.
Luminyansem, one time many power in feeding watch and says a pin for me. FDA,
Ghana, get ready to win big and live large with Mega Cash Lucky Box, the game where you could walk away with instant cash prizes. It's easy to play. Just dial *426*5# on all networks. Follow the prompt, pick a lucky box and reveal your cash prize. It's that simple. Win massive, up to 500,000 Ghana cedis. Don't miss your chance. Players all over Ghana are winning now.
I won.
What are you waiting for? Dial *426*5# or visit www.megacashluckybox.com and play on our web portal. The minimum to play is 5 Ghana cedis. Your lucky box could be holding that big cash prize. Mega Cash Lucky Box. Dial *426*5# and win instant cash today. Don't wait. Remember, terms and conditions apply and is annually approved on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Missy Menanum. I grew
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye dear grow. Na yes, a room maybe crana. Me bano timide or be gummy so weekend.
Hey, woman,
remember, I don't think I'm catching you say, ya no medi garlic capsules. A basis so come. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well. Medi garlic capsules. Yes, Medi garlic capsules.
Oh,
Medimosis garlic capsules improves blood circulation and enhances the body. Suitable for both men and women. Available in pharmacy stores. Contact us on 050-349-4885. Not suitable for children under 12 years, pregnant women and lactating mothers. Medimosis. House. This advert is FDA approved.
Hi. Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have here.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Yatrase, and common one yes starting so hit room. Openibia truck out and the aquacoma, you John Dramedy Mahama say, Yempamo Abato Commissar. And then the 3 deputies in Yempamo. na was cited so many things it was a so or sending actions and inactions no ama easy and munyama bafum or your bias and or you're incompetent and so many things I'll put you up together. So you ever heard no? You ever heard the appointment committee? And I say ever heard the appointment of appointment to Ura John Dramani Mahama. Why you so far? Do how man for see you Debbie. Been so how man for Baba so papa say Omoniaji. Now a Kamia say this time round no Mebunu I hit pa. You say Mustafa hey em so kwadi bi kra ya kokra no because the way a young boys na sia be wura mu no ana wo se papa yewra ye makwaba na bokode
official pa
afin comment
this me no share good obi ahu ye de
bokopa na so e
the Nyankopon say good job to you and your producers, your crew, and the management of XYZ moye juma ya dan wa say
yeah starting your comedy no fan free the ifra bonten a ebe obi atro krata bi dia kwakoma yewra John Dramani Mahama say onsum na soji tumu a Mami Chief Justice enhwem na Mami Jemensa yemani nkofie esan say because of the actions and inactions intino Emma Akpafo Lolobi Central Kofi and Co for a whole 4 years. Omanya MP. And a lot of things that the party put you up together. Asemi Mausa Wahubi. Yeah, also saying you as Nipa.
Well, thank you very much. I'm say Maminchia Yemampeni, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and your Vice President, our party leadership, and base, the grassroots branch executives, constituency executives, and regional executives. And it is only by the grace of God na yabebedu something. And so with the issues with the abano, Meka say that is the right of every citizen. Obi woho na office electoral commission an agency anye the juma here. It's your right to petition the appropriate authorities to be able to seek for some kind of redress in terms of asking the person to leave or as it were, the person should resign by himself or herself. I'm not surprised about this petition. I free one of our comrades in the voter region. But then just to say, before the elections, they were about how Jemensa-led administration, EC-led administration, Emma Kakra, Mekase anke jabetum wo my way more. Sure. If not for the voices are any voice of conscience because we share from 2020 elections to 2024 Senator Papanoka no representation in parliament. The whole of that district or constituency never had a representation. Look at what happened in Asin North. How Obia Moma no file more clearness on file. At the end of the day, you go back and ask the MPP say on file, another way against what the Asin North, your friend say MP. Yeah. And so for a long time now, Dajikwe say entering parliament. All because electoral commission, man requiring say he can contest. Now, a contest we win here, you come back to say the certificate that he presented to show that he has dual citizenship, and they didn't present at the right time, and I say it was fraudulently done. Inti Osha electoral commission ni nyama waye no. It's not surprising to me. Say, I'm sure there are a lot of people who might have petitioned the president. And even in the past regime, or the previous regime, there could have been so many people who would have wished to petition Nana Akufo-Addo. But almost petition Nana Akufo-Addo will not even speak about it. Untouched. Yeah, petition against the Chief Justice in the past won't take action here. In fact, he just cleared there a few days or a day before Obi Free Power. Sure. Inti, I agree with some of the things, and answer most of the things are petition and aka. Because even in the recent elections, Oheneba, look at what is happening to your 4 or 5 constituencies. Omonyan declare Ablekuma North, Okaikwe Central, in Sawam Aduajiri, and some constituencies up to now. There are disputes about the elections. Ebin see that. It be bright. Yes, it be bright. Ebin see that. But it's only under Jemensa right from the time referendum to create 6 new regions. ABC and Mensa has been the problem for us in this country. Well, yeah, the biggest problem. Only Bosman Asari and then Tete. Almost everything that we know, she had to say Jubilee House was the one you're instructing them to do what they had to do. Inti Nyanko Ponkwan Ghana for, Ghana for to Abama. Kenya sa anka resource no ebe that close between President Mahama and Boamah. I'm telling you, we would have gone to court. Even before going to court, and Gumbe declare PP as the winner, then tell you to go to court. Inti, it is just by the grace of God, say, Jankopon, Ama, Ghana for APA, Beto Abano, boom, like in with a huge gap. So that at least nobody can be able to dispute the elections. And that's why Umbetmaya Wagadribi. And even to ask yourself, say, then ballot papers to the tune of about 500,000 to about 1 million. Yekon work Ashanti region, some in Greater Accra, some in other parts of the country. One a printing who had the plate, because it is only you, Mensa, who had that particular secret code and the plate with the printing houses. They will say, investigate it, call the people to be arrested. Nothing has been done. Inti kanya your vigilance, your polling agents, your party executives, your call for editor, and 500,000 ballot papers would have gone. And that Yamin, Eko Ashanti region, no. And so there were so many things that happened. But let me thank your friends saying elections directorate, Namenda, your friends saying your observer missions, no, and all the party supporters, everybody opened his eyes. Obia bienini, because of Mampeni, President Mahama, Emma, Eboy Koko say, the only way we can protect our ballots is to make sure that we open our eyes the day before, during, and after the elections. And that is why today there were 184 seats and counting. It's all because of vigilance. Kayanyas have vigilance, and Oheneba would have been laughing at the wrong side of that mouth. For this particular petition, I mean, it's going to the president will advise, I mean, he will refer the thing to the appropriate authorities, the chief justice and the rest, and we'll see what happens when the time reaches. I'm not surprised, and I'm looking forward to see an interesting committee, set up to look into this matter.
Okay. The appointment Yewra John Dramani Mahama Wayi so far. Ene jugusu awoyeba na yen share sedie inoma isi eko anyenyen bia wodie baby a wotie wo share appointment so far the abeto dwe ene the ebeba bie ma yenyante ye kora no a wo say
well mamenda omampenya sibiom and then let me just say Omampeni actually say yes, as the leader of the NDC, he's working with the party together.
Okay.
Also appointments now by in fact, right from the first person I'm appointed, Honorable Jinapo, Dominic Ayene, Ato Forsen, these are people who are MPs and of course who have been deputy ministers before in their various departments or I say ministries. And today they've been elevated to become ministers of state. We show your regional ministers now. Almost all, in fact, the first batch, 10 now, about 8 or 9 of them were either regional chairman or regional secretaries. In fact, in the case of the central region, one of the regional vice chairman, these are party people. You understand the point? All the appointments we have seen are party people. And the president does it in consultation with the party leadership. Until you think that it is only the president who sits and does whatever. No. I mean, the president does it in consultation with the party leadership.
How many movie?
Of course.
Okay.
He can't, because he has a team he's working with. I hope you understand the point. Your friend saying National Communication Officer, Sami Jemfi, appointment. Pablo, appointment. He's the youth organizer. Your friend saying Malik, Deputy Communications Officer. Just look at your friend saying Edu Jitamakulu, Legal Director. I hope you understand the point. Ruth Della, honestly, your friend saying National Service Deputy Executive Director. And so look at the appointment that has come, including the agencies that Logas. Your friend saying Yahira Koku, and then of course, how do you call them? Mutawakilu, Hanabisu, that's the woman organizer. Almost everybody. In fact, I'm for a say, then who is going to even man the party today? Because the large chunk of the top leadership, apart from maybe the chairman, the general secretary, and then some of them yet. But then I think that so far so good in terms of what the appointment. MMDCs, the party has been given the right to get people to be nominated from the various districts and constituencies. These are people who are almost survey your constituents and I say for within the constituencies. I hope you understand the point. The president has given the party that particular absolute control. Say, I am the leader. And then we all work together to win power. And so we need to also work together to get our people to be at places. Because every foot soldier wants to appear in an office or a room so that at least he can get some support. So far for me, Oheneba, I am saying that all the people who have been appointed, bear in mind, say, winning power is one thing. Maintaining power is another thing.
Sure.
Winning power is one thing. We all work to win the power. But to maintain it is another. Yamma, dear President Mahama Ekachire and Debiano say, let's not be too, your friend saying, overjoyed to think, say, oh, now we are the bosses of ourselves. You better mind the pen. No, know where you are coming from. Know the difficulties are from Ansana Baha. Know the challenges of our nations. Know the vision of His Excellency. We have a manifesto to prosecute, to be able to deal with. Put your manifesto on your table. Put the list of people who have sacrificed within your constituency, on your table, to know, say, we are here to serve the people and nothing else. Don't go and lord yourself over the people. You are a servant. Mestre say, everybody who has been appointed, look at the leadership qualities of His Excellency the President Mahama. Look at the leadership quality of what the Vice President, Professor Jenan Opoku-Agyeman. Put yourself in their shoes, because Ghanaians are watching. Send President Mahama abai the botichino. Sir, if you know you have an arrogant lifestyle or you have an ostentatious lifestyle, put it in the bad. Nib it in the bad as soon as possible. You are here to serve with a clean sheet. That is why the people overwhelmingly voted for President Mahama. Mesre, sir, 6-point-something million it's important that we maintain that relationship with the people of Ghana. Let's not deceive, let's not disappoint the people of Ghana. In Timekas or Oheneba, I've seen very experienced people go through the vetting. And for me, in my personal opinion, Oheneba, Maka said, going forward, no, vetting should be scrapped. That is my personal opinion. Oh, yes. And I've said it not because of what is happening at the vetting committee today. I said it some back in 2018, 2019. Abra mobile vetting, how comes to money, some people are mobile under President Kufuor. I said vetting should be scrapped. For me, the president has been elected overwhelmingly. The president chooses to appoint who and who he wants to work with.
Okay.
And since the president say me per way ayejuma on him the pakono competence. When you're the CV, he knows his experience. So say, I'm appointing you. You understand the point? And so go and work. If the person doesn't perform, the president has the right to what? To fire. I just said parliamentarians, they were elected. They don't go through vetting after electing. Apart from their own party vetting or more. Yes, there can be some kind of internal vetting among the presidents or so, but that I have no problem. But sir, we will subject these people to vetting, and then some people want to use it to, score, to reply, and I say settle personal scores. Me feel say, me personally, vetting going forward should be scrapped, because most of the people will go through. You understand the point I'm making? And it's not about you coming to show, or people can say, that's the place to be able to judge and see whether the person is doing well. No. Sometimes theory is different from practicals. Sure. Obi to say how I come so about vetting. Obi here Bibiano, what happened? We saw some of the finance ministers like your friend send the Okoti bag with Bibiano. About vetting.
Yes.
Look at where he landed us to. There are several people. Obi is vetting. They ended up killing people at the elections in 2020 and even 2024.
Sure.
And so for me, I think that if the president believes in you, he trusts you, he believes in your intelligence and expertise, why not grant him? I hope you understand me. CEOs now, you are pointing to Omono. They are performing. You understand the point I'm making? So that is my personal opinion that going forward, we must look at it. But then I would say, Omampeni, I brought almost swine in 7th January. Of course, he has enumerated a number of things Obekaso or within 120 days.
Sure.
Okay, National Economic Forum, no, within 120 days, there will be a National Economic Forum. Just this week or last week, Omo announced a 7-member committee to oversee that, led by Ishmael Yamson, the Venerable Ishmael Yamson. Another point is, Yebeye Educational Forum, no stakeholders educational forum, to be able to bring all parents, teachers, all the various teaching unions, let's come and sit and judge about how we can better our educational system. The truth of the matter is that Honorable Haruna Idrisu started engaging, and I'm sure in due course, that will also be announced. Or say, Omo in the 2020 elections, the 2024 elections, or instructed IGP say, BA, investigations into it.
Sure.
And all the past investigations over here and also bring it back for us to be able to look at where we have reached. And that is another promise one fulfill. And say make cutting the number of ministers to 60. He has fulfilled it. So far we have about 42, 18 to go. For all the things that are working on, including oral, ABBA, and oral amount for intimate dano. That is why if you saw some of the things that are happening within your friends of vetting, we know. Watching me, sure say your brother Okujeto Black vetting. It's all going to be about oral. I'm telling you.
Oh yes.
And I know he has the wherewithal to be able to stand every question. He has been there before. He's been a parliamentarian par excellence. For me, I think that we've started on a good note. The president is trying to reach out to conflict areas. I bet resolve a conflict or Boku or your friends in Nigerian chain, and you're trying to see how best we can be able to resolve a lot of the conflict. Because if we don't resolve some of these things, you know, how better about my no. His engagement so far with the chieftaincy institution. I mean, some of the unions, the IPPs, in terms of resolving Dumso Asemno.
Yes.
And he had to take his ingenuity to be able to call for support. And within 48 hours, we saw that our lives have been stabilized. And so far, I'm pleading with the people of Ghana, say, Yenya Butre Emma President Mahama. I think that one of the things we haven't said, and I'm sure say Honorable Atuforsen will come out to be able to explain to people in the next budget and the economic forum, is about where our country was left at with.
Sure.
What was the depth? What was the kind of your friend saying rota happening under Nana Akufo-Addo? We need to have a full scale of some of these things for the people to appreciate. And let's say how do you call it, blame game? And I said we all know where we were, but then let people appreciate where we are coming from and where President Mahama has taken us to at this particular point in time. Dumso Sandameka, you know, if President Mahama found the experience and his connection to be able to reach out to her, and by this time would have been in a very bad situation. Sure. I will just plead with Yanko for say, there are certain things that you may not understand in terms of appointments. Yours is to reach out to leadership and ask. Because you see, the president, the president may know everybody within his circles, including from the grassroots. Because on the campaign, 276 constituency, the president told, the national chairman told, the vice president told, and the president is one person now. Almost every single individual, whether a businessman, a party executive, or policy maker, would want to reach out to him. So he knows everybody. When I say knows everybody, relative, you understand the point? It is a president I appoint to Obia. You and I may sit and say, where is this person coming from?
Where do you name
But you know, let me give you one example.
Okay.
Your producer, you are the face of Gumbe show right now.
Sure.
Everybody is seeing you say Oheneba Kasa. Now, so the people watching us don't know them. In there, say your Baba appointed one of your producers. Say on your minister for social and so on. Somebody out there will say, "Now, Dabena will so buy." But then you know the person.
Yeah.
Do you get the point I'm making? Into people can say, Dabena buy when did this so and so. What's here no? Oh my, a bit of some intelligence we are getting about the police, fire service, and then some of the agencies. There are people who are giving you information. They cannot come out to speak because of the way they are. Into civil servants, public servants, there are people on my information. Mugabe Betinasi now can say, hey, we were 19 million and that's 1 million angels. There are people providing information. Same way as Kevin Taylor. Into you may not know almost everybody working for the party. Platform so. There are people that once you know His Excellency John Dramani Mahama means well and he wants to reset Ghana. Almost every person, that's Obi Biara or best selected, say, he knows the caliber of the person.
Sure.
And Tim say, all the people who have been selected, we have the right, whether the true, the chief. But I don't want some people to go overboard to say, President Mahama ain't named the oil, and I say, Obi or appointed. Because some people fought through the airways. If people so echo land, I mean, say, work, the leg work.
Oh, yes.
If people so say, abonting, and I'm supporting Obi Betima Bisa say, where did we get the money to feed our polling agents?
Because someone asked me, say, who is Dr. Callistus?
Fantastic.
Nah, I'm so Dr. Callistus there. He has been with JM since, and maybe Obekobia one echo.
Yes.
I say, I'm so hopper.
Yes, of course.
Now maybe the minimum.
Yes, that is how it is.
Yes.
Umbo, some of the people within President Mahama circles, and I say, your friends saying, vice president circles, and I say even the party leadership, who is the administrator of the party? You ask any food soldier or Binduri and as an Ankonduria, the person may not be able to know. But then you see, there are people who know the value of those people. At to force them, but now or ma some revelations about certain things that are happening with our bonds and whatever. No, there are people within the civil service or public service who are NDC who are also giving us information because yet now me call on the field to be able to do campaign. Until I will continue to beg. And Osha, a person like National Communication Officer Sami Jemfi, you are in a position. Party food soldiers are able to approach. Obiti say Yara Koko. I mean, one person, Yamani position, Dr. Oheneba Boamah position. So almost everybody, including the party regional secretaries or regional chairman, are the regional ministers. Until me and you who are food soldiers, we have the right to contact each and every one of them. To be able to get our issues addressed. Until Obia unim sometimes even this same party, ya appointee Obi, I can tell you that me and Metiano, I don't know that particular person. But then that is an MP for an area.
Because me can say northern region.
Yes.
Is it Upper East or one of them? One minister.
Yes.
Now, and I'm sure this man didn't no bat.
Yes.
So good, but BOT came here.
Yes.
Maybe BOT was this man.
Yes.
We are very good. Panama call northern region or my convoy.
Fantastic.
And the team and Imam they call me tall.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Yes. And they will sit in what does he have to say. Of course.
Of course. So all of us can know. Me say, you appointing me, baby, and I say, you appointing you, baby. Somebody somewhere will say that, who is this person?
Minimum.
You understand the point? That is how it is. Until Debbie, I can say, we all come from different backgrounds. But then one person who knows his vision, our person prosecuting the vision, President Mahama. He's the leader. He's the one who took us to the war and fought. And all of us helped him to be able to win. Until you're interested in this manual, let's just help him to be able to succeed. Until yes.
Appointment to the office of the vice president.
Yes.
That's today.
Okay.
President John Dramani Mahama has approved the appointment of the following individuals to the office of the vice president. They are expected to bring their wealth of experience and expertise to their respective roles and contribute significantly to the resetting Ghana agenda to build the Ghana we want.
Sure.
One, Alessandro Chief of Staff to the Vice President.
Yeah.
Now, any Chief of Staff, you don't need anything.
You're chief of staff at the office of the President Mahama Chief of Staff.
Okay.
And the Chief of Staff for the Vice President as well.
Also the Chief of Staff.
The Chief of Staff. I mean, that's why your Vice Presidential Secretariat and your Presidential Secretariat.
Okay.
And so almost, say, the Chief of Staff handles the President's, that's Honorable Julius Debra, handles the President's things, everything about the President. The same way, the staff and everybody within the vice presidential outfit, he will be in charge in that case. Inti is like the two offices. Do you understand the point? Okay.
Mrs. Abeta Graham,
yes,
head of administration. Professor Teresa Enin, presidential staffer and special aide to the vice president. Miss Daniela Levis Mateas, secretary to the vice president. Dr. Samuel Ofosu Ampofo, policy advisor, political.
Yes.
Professor Sharif Mahmoud Khalid, policy advisor, economic. Dr. Hamza Zakaria, policy advisor, economic. Miss Mensa Amwa Awia, policy advisor, finance. And Dr. Miriam Rahina Idrisu, policy advisor, social sector. And Mame Amaprat, press secretary. So these are the 10.
Yes.
Yeah, was selected to almost say call the office of the vice president.
Sure.
Like I say, here now, Jumaya, policy advisor, political, policy advisor, economic, policy advisor, economic, policy advisor, finance, policy advisor, social sector. What then?
Inti Ushua, a tradition, I said, no, be say. The Vice President of the Republic, the chairman of the economic management team.
Okay.
You get the point I'm making? Inti, when you Dr. Mahmoud Boamah Bennie, who share Dr. Mahmoud Boamah, before I come to your question, who share Dr. Mahmoud Boamah 2021, or say, As I start another term of office as Vice President, I would like to thank all my heads of department and staff who have done some really excellent work over the past 4 years to help substantially deliver on the President's vision. I am truly grateful for your service, not to just me, but blah, blah. I list them in no particular order. About 25 to 26, maybe the list are even more, of people within the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia office.
At 25, 26?
Yes. Bishop Augustine Blay, Secretary to the Vice President. Elizabeth Utuka, Executive Assistant to the Vice President. Professor Joe Amwakutu, Secretary, Member, Economic Management Team. Professor Kweku Apia Edu, Head, Delivery Unit. Gideon Boako, Technical Economic Advisor and Spokesperson. Mr. Edward Wuredu Apia, Director, Liaison. Alhaji Ismail Ibrahim, Director, Operations. Nana Enoch Mensah, Director, Protocol. Frank Ejechum, Director, Communications. Obuo Kuntando, Director, Special Projects. Mr. Isaac Botwe, Head, Security. Major Samuel Owusu-Kwachi, Head, Transport. This Vice President, Mr. Yvonne Ronchel Hughes, Technical Economic Advisor. KB Mahama, Technical Economic Advisor. Alolo Motaka, Technical Economic Advisor. Samuel Frimpong, Technical Economic Advisor. Krobia Asante, Deputy Director of Communication, Akbar Yusuf Khomeini, Technical Advisor, Political. Emmanuel Nana Yao Mensah, Chief Driver. Your friend saying, so Deputy Director Administration. These are about 25 to 26. Under Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Vice Presidency. So, Professor General Okobo, just 10. Just 10. And you see, like I said, because on our chair economic management team, she needs people. I won't say her lead, friend saying policy advisor economy. Yeah. Hamza Zakaria, policy advisor economy. Your friend saying Mansa Amwa Ewa, policy advisor finance and social sector and so on. These are people who are going to help her to be able to steer the affairs of that particular area because it is a huge area. Wow. Economic management. Yempet is the economic management. Yempet. You understand the point? Yempet. Obianim Yemami background. Bawumia is the so-called economic guru. Sure. Even with his economic guru, look at where we went. And so our mother, everybody knowing where her background is. Fantastic personality. Yeah. Why Juma as Minister of Education, why Vice Chancellor, she has chaired a lot of your friends and Chancellor for some of the universities out there in Zimbabwe and the rest. And so she needs a team of economic gurus. Including even your friend say, Papa, Officer Mpofo, who is the political advisor, to be able to help her steer the affairs. And help President Mahama. Because President Mahama is going to be consultating on certain issues. And so he also needs somebody who can be able to help champion. With Atufo Simone, the Bank of Ghana governors, and some other people, I think that you begin to see the fruit. It's not for me, let's be because these are technical people coming to assist the Vice President to achieve the aim of trying to better the lives or reset our country, Ghana, and our economy. Oheneba, I think that it is good. We've cut costs as compared to the Vice President. Obeka said, look at the number of people who have been paid. If each and every one of them were paid about 20,000 Ghana cedis, 10 out of 25, 15 under Bawumia. Yeah. I mean, you understand the point I'm making? If 25 were under Bawumia, and today we have 10, it means that 15 people by even 20,000. How much more? That's the salary of or somebody working at the Vice President office. I'm giving an example. How much money would we be spending on such people? And even look at what President Mahama even did in terms of cutting the number of ministries from 30 to 23. Sure. 7 ministries gone. Assuming without admitting, say, each ministry is even spending 300,000 Ghana cedis per month on the ministries, including staffs and whatever. It could be more than that, 300,000. Multiply the 300,000 by 7 ministries that have been cut off. That's about 2.1 million Ghana cedis savings in a month. That's 7 ministries that President Mahama is free or no. Do you understand the point? Multiply by 300,000 if each and every ministry was spending. Some may be more. But I'm using on an average of 300,000 Ghana cedis. On the ministry alone, we are saving about 2.1 million Ghana cedis every month.
Almost 210 billion.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You understand the point?
And also,
that's about 21 billion or something. Yeah. You understand the point? So, for me, I think that the president, both the presidency, the vice president's office, and including some of our kind of, not every ministry is going to have a deputy minister. We have 18 ministers to go. Some will have, some will not have. And so it tells you that the president means it when he says that I'm cutting costs, lean government, people are suffering. So that is how we're going to go. And every minister, every agency, let's uphold the values of truth, integrity, accountability. Let's know that the food soldiers that have worked for us, let's be there for them. Let's open our doors. You may not be able to pick every call, but as much as possible, try to respond to as many of the courts as possible. Because Seneca, put yourself in the shoes as if we are still working, say, you go house to house. Put yourself in the shoes to send their call on the campaign trail, seeking their support. Because that is what they also went to promise people in their various homes, say, Mutu Abama and Yeba Boamah, Mutu Abama and Yeba Boamah. So from the MMDCs, from the presiding officers to the regional ministers, to the government agency workers, your best let's try to reach out to the 276 constituency people. People have their CVs, qualified people. Obi Biara our agency, Obi Biara our ministry. Only President Mahama and share President Mahama vision. No, you know what to do as an agency head. You know what to do as a minister. Anybody who doesn't believe in the vision of President Mahama or the NDC, do not wait for President Mahama to tell you what to do because he doesn't believe in it.
That's it.
Instead of President Mahama ban, Oka said all ministers should go, and even some ministers even went with the president, President Akufo Addo. It's the same way with the CEOs. It's the same way with MMDCs. They were sad because they don't believe in the vision of President Mahama. Same way we should Donald Trump. I mean, one of the thousands of employees and whatever working within the White House, you're all fired because you don't believe in his vision. Inti Mesre, all of us, I know it is difficult to be able to pick phone calls every time, but I'm saying as much as possible, let us try to see how best we can reach out to the grassroots. Sometimes you are not too tired. Just visit the constituency. Just sit around with the boys. Just let them have closer this thing with you. At least that is how they feel that they are also part of it. But a mass distance, it worries. A gap now between the MPP and their people. No, similar thing will begin to fester in our government. That's why I'm happy President Mahama continues to sound that caution. Say, do not lord yourself over the people. Be servants. And when you are servant, I can tell you that, bro, things will continue to work for us and we will be in power for the next 30 years to be. I think that so far, so good with appointment. There are more to come. So far, until any family and friends be our appointments, it's because the president has seen what has happened to the MPP. On person, the same thing will repeat itself in this government. Mecca said, we are doing so well. There's more to come. Those who are your friends and they promised to be able to cut to absorb the no academic fees for the first year student is coming on stream. Yeah. In himself, school ABNT, some people might have paid their fees. Send Oheneba Boamah used to carry Minister of Education. He's saying that, of course, those who have paid, of course, government will have to reimburse them their monies. Until all the policies like e-levy, COVID levy, all those emission tax, I can say, to force presenting the budget, all of these things will be in, and we'll scrap it. Send President Mahama, until all the promises he's made, he's going to make sure that he fulfills it, and that is why he's getting very qualified. Leaders and other appointees to be able to help him to achieve that. Oheneba, I can say that we're doing so well. People should continue to pray for His Excellency and his team. Let's not wish anybody bad. You may want this appointment you didn't get, somebody has gotten. Just support the person because you don't know what tomorrow will bring. Let's continue to be and support. And I'm very happy with the 30% we are talking about women. Yeah. So far, so good. At least we're hitting more than 27%. Even with addition to today's appointment with the Vice President office, we're even hitting 30% of the appointment of women in his government. And so far, we should salute President Mahama and salute our Vice President as well. That the Affirmative Action Act now, it's a ceiling of about 30% of women in political appointees. And even the MMDC said, more women are even going to be seen there as well. Or we're going to get some women in those appointments, CEO positions, including some of the deputy ministers that may be coming. We'll be seeing more women. One more inclusivity. If regional balance, religious balance, and I'm happy and I salute President Mahama. So far with the Muslim angle, so we are very happy that our Muslim people have been represented. Sure. And we are thankful to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for that. And I can think that our imams, our chiefs are happy with the appointment so far. Yabeka said, let's all manage our expectations. Okay. Let's not hope. And I say, my expectation is so high because as we go along, let's bring the people of Ghana along. Okay. Let's remember, those sleeping on the streets, those begging, those who are finding it difficult, those who have been laid off, pension bond holders, let's bring all of them along so that at least we can be able to make sure that Ghana is resetted as President Mahama said.
Me kwa bani ya babidi enkobi ya Dr. Oheneba Boamah. Ekokaye. Now, if you don't qualify, don't apply to any security services. Now, as any penny be, I am so worried to say, Nanado ba shui, double money na sefu na ko prosi, bimo ko sojamo. yɛn so yɛ de yɛn kwa to hɔ ayɛ adwuma yi ma party yaba afei de yɛkɔduru so a yɛsɛ on qualify a may apply na ɛnyɛ breguo ne yabregu ntɛmɛ ba ne yaba bɛdi saa nkɔmɔ no ɛwɔ ɔmo so a ɔmo de wei ɛde tu dwa no yɛn fɔ sɛ mu oduroma Solak Natural Clinic a waso mu ɛde dwumadie yi ɛde ɛsom mo na Solak ɛsɛ me nka kyerɛ sɛ wo kidney ɛne wo liver ɛwɔ sɛ wo taking it so seriously na wobɔ ho ban sɛ yadeɛ nso aba mu abrabɛgye aduro yɛ a wonom a ɛbɛboa papaapa kidney ne liver yɛmfa ni agorɔ ɛti wo yare abra Solak Natural Clinic okokomlemle wɔbɛn Harvard Senior High School no yɛ radio SYZ tara Power FM ɛtɔtoa so na wateke TV SYZ na afei ɛno nso no wabɔ awuram na afei wafelo prompt no wobɛhu sɛ ɔde wobɛkɔ twa dodoɔ bi a wopɛ na wei no ɛyɛ instant saa adeɛ wei no wonyɛ twa yɛ apɛ no wadi wobɛtumi yɛ de 500 Ghana ɛtu wobɛtumi atwa 100 Ghana wobɛtumi atwa 5 cedis 100 cedis 20 cedis 30 cedis 50 cedis dodoɔ bi a wobɛtwa biara wobɛdi wowie a yɛbɛma wo box 6 no a ɛbɛba no deɛ wobɛ select sɛ one na wobɛ select a wonya mi a one no apɛ wobɛhu sɛ awuram apɛ sika a ɛwɔ one mu no ne yɛde ama instantly ɛtu wobɛtumi yɛtwa dodoɔ bi a wopɛ wobɛtumi atwa sisi a wodi yapɛ no wɔsɛ atwa foforɔ wodi yapɛ no wɔsɛ atwa foforɔ wei no ɛnte sɛ baako no ɛwie a yɛrane ansa na yɛhu deɛ adi no daabi wei deɛ wowie apɛ no yɛde boxes no ɛde ama wo 100,000 wom 500,000 wom deɛ wobɛtwa bia no wobɛtumi adi wobɛtumi nso avisite www.megacashluckybox.com www.megacashluckybox.com anaasɛ wobɛdale star 426 star 5 hash iti ɛyɛ dale na nso DB na anigye mmra kae sɛ gye so anya mfie edu nwɔtwe ansana watwa bi aduru ba clinic ni SMB test papapa ɛde aba na wɔse yɛmfa to ani sɛ SM no boa ma ɛmɔ mu gyina so panti wo yɛ bɛma SM deɛ ɛyɛ ɛmfa ni agorɔ ya nunum bi na ɛmɔ na gyina na so ma anigye sonko ntumi mmra SMB test B test for the men B test for women wobɛtumi afrɔ mu 0558 379545 0558379545 Mame come for Spanish garlic mixture and then the capsules amount Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules no when I sit at a wedu no ojo so be bad cholesterol menstrual disorders arthritis halitosis gastric ulcer ne yade kan ho ni nyina no kope Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules adiasa eti ba bi eto aduro bi ya no obetumi abo awuram no akope bi Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules obetumi afre 0266 1141 0266 1141 Mame kamfu jirikajiri memeduru emawo jirikajiri eye memeduru uwura ba bi eto aduro bi akase upe jiri kajiri na numbi afi your Hebatin immune system booster aduro we me kan ye ya we yem beso numbi na emustu immune system no na enuoma ntumi enye kama mfama papa unumbi ya eboa iti jirikajiri ena Hebatin immune system booster no eye du papa wunya bia eboa wo wobetumi afre number we aginkyiremu bia 0244 544442 0244 544442 Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center where the aduro bia be friend Medimosis garlic capsules na wonum bia eboa mamogya di afrisane yi woni paduan mu eboa reduce cholesterol no editoxify ni paduan mu no e boost immune system na aboa ma garlic na wurowura ni paduan mu aboa amintinin mu abiebie itia prebi na yusu na ntumi emwa Ghana ababi eto aduro bia no Medimosis aduro obenya bi obetumi afre 0244 068 447 0244 068 447 Mame Kamfo aye Safari Valley Eco Resort and fa emau Safari Valley Eco Resort the best place on earth go and chill man where your wedding engagement birthday party program ya we biano Safari Valley Eco Resort and was away no making and fan ya grossa jam a time me see the whole Ghana up be a where fair and on the Safari Valley Eco Resort kona kokwachere kona kwajiweni ko na obehu emu ahodo bebree ya uhu bi da ato omodin ya wo mo ewo ho omo Okre district Adukrom side ho e no mo buku reservation e was 0296 914394 0296 0596 sorry 0596 914394 0596 914394 Lawyer Barbara Asamoah lawyer mete won catch papa wo me hu se wo ha ana watu kwan a lawyer Barbara Asamoah mete papa nyame won ka wo ho mete won catch pa me pa cho mote ne nka no ma catch so kumangras ma fe no na mete ne catch yewra me yamra ne yemhwe Dr. Oheneba Boamah ede assembi ede atudwa na ama NDC mabuni bia omo ne se omo so de omo kwato omo nim se akufo adoba yi prosefo wo fa omo double mo wase so omo wuram ya omo so ankombenya bia ye fedi certificate na apie mu yi nti se omo so enye den.
Okay, well, Oheneba, you know this thing is in two parts. There was a time Obi this some way by and the question that you call meeting and then this issue came up say do na you per soldier call and I say police call.
Yeah.
Don't refuse us because we all fought for it. I said no problem. Until one person gave an example say, okay, you we need power. Mefa papa we are 65 years old. Now me dena ba 37 military hospital. Now I send a uniform. Ya send a uniform na de na call theater. So oyere na wo so oyere yare a na se wan kasa wo yare a na de waba 37 hospital hono. Na de o akoshe papa ne nsa.
Onko jana wo.
Onko yes, you understand the point. What would be your reaction to that? I hope you understand the point I'm making.
Sure.
It is a mixture. You were qualified people in the party.
Sure.
Young guys are almost school. Thousands of them are They have the certificate qualified.
Yeah.
Into these people, say military ABA porter say ye per se ye fa ebimo or military. Once they meet the age requirement, once they meet the requirement for recruitment, who can deprive them? And this including NDC people. Do you understand the point I'm making? It is NDC they are qualified. Why not? Also, but then what we are, I'm sure what the military would say, and I said, Dr. Boamah per se can say, you can have somebody who is beyond the age bracket.
Sure.
Esan say or your branch executive, but or you're 70 years old and that's a 60 years older, or say because military ability may call. Would it be proper for the person to be able to go?
Not at all.
Do you get my point? You were a Juma for such people who do not qualify for the military. You were Juma, I'm sure within the national security, there are other places that people can fit. Within the Forestry Commission, there are places people can fit. Within the ports and harbors, there are places people can fit. Yeah. There are various agencies that have been with my FT. And one thing you should be able to tell me, say, within the public service, you have your age limit. Say, Udu 60 retirement.
I was over here.
But then, political appointee, say, you can appoint somebody a minister.
Yeah.
Who is even above 60. So you see, there are different places. Inti, many sure say part in the Becca and I say, yeah, Becca say, oh, so the Pacono qualifier now or a Ghanaian and also NDC and CPP and MPP. Don't take the person within the military.
Okay.
There are qualified young people. Uko constituency. You say for civis practices here or never announce say NDC4, CPP4, PNC4, more for civis embrace here no. Qualified people from university for several years. So those are people who are my son, your brother, your sister who want to go into this. Maybe also per scholarship, maybe also per nursing, maybe also per in some other places. I am saying any opportunity that whether through an agency, whether through a ministry, no. Let us open it up for our people to be able to get because they've suffered, they've worked hard, and this is the time for us to be able to help them to be able to make sure they also reach a particular pinnacle. I don't think say or can in the wrong way.
Okay.
Maybe Yahweh Juma, if within the police service, if within the military, Yahweh Juma to so people would work outside these sectors that you also can make ends meet. And there are people who say President Mahama establish National Women's Bank, no, establishes a national apprenticeship program, no,
sure.
Establishes those ones do not have age limit in terms of whoever wants to access some funds. Yes, our people who qualify for the military, the young ones, you are able to apply. Those who qualify for the security service in terms of the police, the immigration, the customs, the fire service, you are qualified. We have them many. You are able to apply when the time is up. So that one we should set it clear.
What's the chat for Nefianko?
When America say President Mahama has been given the trust to lead this country.
Okay.
let's not disappoint him. Omo amanya akwenya we no yen kai say in sema okọ rounds eka tre ahemfo oka tre imams ne ye pastors ni na no. These are things that people will hold President Mahama accountable for. Inti mesre say wa wanya opportunity say obe serve no. Look at the stature, the demeanor of the president and the vice. Meska say leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality.
Perfecto.
Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Inti ye mausa kunya no do not disabuse it.
Good.
Memmo be an president Mahama and regret say wafao. And don't let people use their left fingers or left hands or left wrist to point at you say you are a bad person. Good. Maka say it is not easy to pick the cause of everyone. Good. But as much as possible, no, let us try to see how many we can be able to pick, how many we can be able to open our doors for to be able to come in. Some people only want to offer advice. Good. Some people just want some solutions. Some people just want some small help to be able to reach out to somewhere. And see, let's also see how best my appointees too much pressure. You say pressure no beba, but then let's also try to manage our expectations. In all this, no, because we thank God. Let's continue to thank God for what He has done for us, and say, Nyankopon Adom, Yebema NDC more than 24 years in office, even more beyond, because of the good works President Mahama has set for us as a country.
Yeah, that's it.
It's yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Na one kasan so koi.
Oh. Yeah. For me, maybe we found ourselves. I mean, we are serving the people of Ghana.
Okay.
I mean, for me, that is my mentality. Once the president knows the caliber of people he wants to serve, no. In our own small way, we are continuing to help. I mean, we continue to help the president. Like I said, to wherever you find yourself, know that at a point in time, Honorable Julius Zebra was not the original. He wasn't a regional minister.
Yeah.
He became a regional minister. Within the twinkle of an eye, he became local government minister, and then within the twinkle of an eye, he became the chief of staff.
Sure.
God has a purpose and a plan for each and every one of us. Nimre and Emrepa. And so for all of us, let's continue to buy time and see what President Mahama will do in our lives.
Very good. Yada Yera Mustafa Abubakar say every year the former deputy CEO for Maslok, and you say Nyamebe Pajana Sobeko baby a fair day. Papa bet me have a settle. Yadmasi programming Big Mike and a fear of Fabia and a shishi Jumedia Yade a buy. Kofi the boy and a dinner camera in Yachi a kama and Imanonati and a Ralph and a Peter and so now MCA home share men woman it me a course. Meaning at the Oheneba Boamah Bennie. I don't know me ya. You say Thursday still on the Gumbe show. Yakramo.